That seems to work really well.
Hello, hello, hello. Out there in the internet world, my name is Susan. And it's Friday night here in Perth, Western Australia. The sun is still dipping down, so it's not quite dark yet. But I'm here to see if there's anybody out there that would like a free reading. So what I use is an oracle deck of cards that I made 30 odd years ago, and that finally came into the light this year. They've been around for about 2 months now. So they're almost getting used to being out in the world. So the lovely Marissa is in, I can see that.
She is.
So just wanted to touch base with everyone and go through the whole, we had some very interesting little spammers a couple of weeks ago. So I want everybody to know that I will never send unsolicited friend requests or private messages to any of you. I'll never send a message to you, offer readings or asking for your private banking information. I just simply won't do that. I won't ask you to follow any links or to give me your credit card details so that I can do some damage to your standing. So if anybody asks you for any of those kind of things from this site, it is simply not me. So please, you can be polite to them if you like, or you can be not polite if you like. Either way, I'm quite happy. Any communication from me will come straight from my Facebook groups. That is this page, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle, or my umbrella page, which is Spirit and Mind Tools. Okay. So either one of them, chances are the message is likely to be from me. So we've got our cards, and Marissa's saying that she loves her cards and they're her best friend. I like that. Thank you very much. So would you like a card? Who wants to be first?
So Glenn's actually first, and he would like you to draw a card for him.
Okay, hello Glenn. Let's see which card that you draw. Oh, you're obviously having a busy life because the cards all want to come out. So, you've drawn the card of new ideas and beginnings. So what this tells me, Glenn, is that right now you're going to embark upon something that's probably a little bit not quite so comfortable for you. And that you, I don't know whether it's a new job or a new venture that you'll be starting, but this card definitely has a financial feel to it, and it has the edge of uncertainty, but it also has a great deal of encouragement with it too. So I would say that right now, that extra boost of confidence that you would like to have would be very truly welcomed. And the new ideas and the beginnings are definitely putting you in the right direction, okay? So I hope that answers your query and perhaps gives you something else to think about. And I'll quite gladly send you a boost of spiritual confidence so that you can help the decision-making process. Okay, thank you.
Next up we have Emma. The lovely Emma would like a card.
Okay, the lovely Emma. I know an Emma that's not quite so lovely, so I'm very pleased to meet a lovely Emma's acquaintance. So, okay, you have drawn the card of simplicity and honesty. And what this tells me at the moment, Emma, is that there's something around you that you have not been willing to sort of accept that that's going to be part of your world. And this card is prompting you that it's almost like you do have choice in the matter, but your choice is very, very limited, okay? And there's a sense of, do I just accept it or do I go in a different direction altogether? What this card is telling me, Emma, is that you really are very unsure. And this card says, that if it's not the time to be making a decision in that regard, just hang off for a bit longer, and then the decision will come a lot easier. There will be a sense of acceptance and your awareness. It's almost like, yeah, okay, I'm agreeing to that now, okay? So whatever it is, if it's a decision that you need to make right here, right now, today, hang off on it till you feel really comfortable and you decide that that's what's best for you. So hopefully that's answered your question, Emma. And certainly given you the confidence to be able to say, well, hang on a minute. No, that doesn't work for me at the moment. Or, what the hell, that does work for me. I'll just go with it. Okay?
Glenn says, thanks very much for the reading.
Bless you. You're welcome.
And the next person online is the lovely Pamela would like a card.
Ah, the lovely Pamela. Okay, I'm giving him a really good shuffle because I know from your energy that you've been on the road, and it's that time of year where you get Christmas out of the cupboard. So I want to clear all of that from the cards and to be able to give you a card just for you, okay? So the card that you've picked is the one of consciousness, the sharing of your gifts. Quite interestingly, what this card tells me is you've been a little bit stunned by the proof of your intuitive gifts in your world. It's almost like, holy, what? I can see that, I can hear that, I can do that, because the part of the gift is the ability to be able to share and the connections that this brings to you. So what this card is telling you, Pamela, is that you really do have to feel the connection. You can't manufacture it. You have to be able to say, oh, right, okay, yeah, I hear what Spirit is saying to me. I can work with that, or, you know, that doesn't work for me. But the connection is all yours, okay? So this is a very powerful card, and it certainly is for you personally, not for everything that's happening around you as you go into this really busy time of year for your other alter ego, your Mrs. Santa Claus. So yeah, but that's all about you, that card. So hopefully, Pamela, it'll give you an extra boost of confidence as well. Okay. I shall shuffle Pamela out of the pack.
So Emma says, thanks so much. A lot going on in my life. Very much in limbo with everything.
I can understand that's not a comfortable place to be, Emma.
And Pamela says, thank you. Karen says, loving this. And the next person that would like a card is Tracy.
Tracy. Such a good name. I met a new Tracy in my world this week. So let's have a look for you, Tracy. What card you have come up with? You have come up with the money card. This is the card of financial prosperity, and whilst it can mean that money is coming to you, it also can mean that that money doesn't stay long. That money goes out quickly. But for it to go out, it must come in. So what this card is giving you is a sense of security and a sense of freedom and a sense of, yeah, okay, I'm getting it. I feel a bit more secure than I did last week. And certainly prosperity comes in many forms. It's not just financial, but this card has the energetic feel that the prosperity is around your finances and is about new projects and new abilities to be able to do different things. So I see this as a really strong card in what has been perhaps a bit of indecision for you. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question, my dear. And yeah, you can look forward to a stronger money flow through your world. So So I shall just shuffle the cards up again. And I just want to touch base with people again, what I said before about the whole, you'll never receive unsolicited messages from me on Facebook or through any of the messenger type chats. I'm not somebody that will ask you to donate to any charity in that regard. Really, we have had a problem over the last couple of weeks, so we just want to be able to send lots of love and light to those people as they go about their business, which is scamming. Okay, not for me, don't want it in my world, so please be aware.
Sister Carol popped in to say hi.
Ah, my baby sister. She's phoned me today to tell me that this event that we're going to on Sunday is going to have a bacon truck. Bacon burgers. So I'm all of a sudden thinking that I might actually go. Instead of like avoiding the social aspect of it, I might go and try out. They have avocado rolls and they do all kinds of things with bacon. So yes, thank you, my baby sister Carol.
Okay, so next, the lovely Sharon would like a card, and she has a question about her day job.
Okay. So instantly, Sharon, I'm getting that you have 3 jobs. Is it the 2 jobs that you have now and the 1 job that you're going to get? But I'm just trying to clear up the energy around it and just concentrate on the 1 job that you've asked about. Now, this is the card of professional disagreements, okay? This is the card of having to state your intention very clearly. So within the workplace that you have asked about, I am going to tell you that you need to be very clear. It's not the time to like have a workplace joke, because this card will be telling you it might be taken the wrong way. This is the card of defense, so you don't want to be going like, holy fucking shit, what are they saying to me, and getting defensive, which is something I do really quite well. But this card is saying don't do that within your workplace, because you actually have the power there at the moment, and it's feeling like that you might be tipped in places that you don't want to within the workplace. I do see that your job is changing. I'm not sure if it's the workplace that's changing, but certainly your role within the workplace. And I'm getting that, I don't know whether you currently sit near a window, but I can feel the outside world not far from your workplace, and that this is when you decide that the job is worth having, okay? So hopefully that answers your question, but you've still got a very strong energy of 3 jobs around you. So yeah, pick the one you really want to do, and the cards will definitely work with you on that one.
Excellent. So that is good. So next, like Julie would like a card.
Okay, hello Julie. Let's see what these cards offer to thee. Straight away, see? Look, you've tipped me over, not just the cards, you've tipped me as well. So, you've got 3 cards, Julie. Busy woman, busy woman. The first one being the one of relationships, okay? What this card's telling me is that within a close personal relationship, you're not saying what you need to, okay? You can say it kindly, you can say it unkindly, but something needs to be said, okay? It's definitely associated with your home. And I get the sense that energy needs to shift in one particular room in your house. But this is the card that jumped out first before you tipped me over. And so this is really important. This is kind of like, let's do it over the weekend. Let's have that unsaid conversation, okay? And so the other 2 cards that you picked out, the card of life purpose, okay? Very powerful card, that one. Oh, it's a decision to be made in regard to how you share your wisdom. And so the other card that you've got is also a decision card, but this is more of a structural decision. This is more other people that are involved, whereas this card is totally about how you feel about what you're doing right now in life. because what this card is saying is, I might be bloody boxed in. I might actually not be happy with what I'm doing. So, and this card is saying there's solutions. There's time for you to be able to make a difference, okay? So, yes, those cards are very busy for you, Julie. And I think that this weekend is a really good time energetically for you to be able to say, well, okay, time to make a difference. Time to be able to make some decisions and act upon them, okay? So, good luck with that. Sorry about the people that are getting seasick from me moving myself around, but Julie's cards definitely whacked me out of my little turtle place. So, okay, I think that I'm settled again. So I'm going to shake you out of these cards, Julie. You're simply too busy.
Yeah, so we do have the lovely Brad Wolf back from last week. And so literally, guys, we're just going to send him love and light. If we just ignore his comments, then there's nothing that, there's nothing needed to be said about it.
Yeah. So we'll all take a moment to send Brad Wolf some positive energy, some ability to be able to change his life and to be happy with what he does in his day-to-day world. Okay? Okay, well, I've shook all that energy out of the pack of cards, and I'm very happy to take another question.
Cool. Well, let's have a positive feedback. So Sharon said, thank you so much. The language is definitely what I say. I've taken note, and hi to me. Hi, Sharon. So next we have Joanna all the way from the Philippines. Who
hello, Joanna.
Who would love a card.
Fantastic. Been a while since we were able to travel over your end of the world, so I'm really glad that you were able to pop in and have a look at the cards. Now, this is the card of new beginnings, but the word that sticks to me straight up is birth. So I'm not sure. If you're not keen on being pregnant, there will be someone around you that brings new life into your world, because what this card is saying is that it's a whole fresh energy, and I'm actually hearing a baby cry, okay? So I'm not sure if it's you or whether it's somebody else around you that is going to be welcoming a new little person into their world. But if it's not you, you are delighted by it, because you have all of this fresh and beautiful energy that is saying, wow, this is really exciting. This is a beginning card. This is really wonderful to have. So hopefully you'll be able to get that smile and give it a lot of practice.
Okay, I was just looking like there was a bit of feedback from Tracy saying, wonderful, thank you. Finance has been a worry at the moment and lacking a bit of confidence in my work too, so it all fits perfectly. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Okay, so next up we have Colette. Lovely Colette would like a card.
Okay, so this one jumped out when Dee said your name. So what this tells me, Colette, is you have unfinished business, okay? You have not got a sense of completion or relief over a project that's been hanging around your life for quite some time, okay? So what this card is offering you to do is the opportunity to bring a solution into your world, okay? This feels very heavy, oppressed, and quite a lot of effort. But the sense of release that comes from this card is really very rewarding, okay? So what this card is offering you is the chance to speak up, and there will be a very simple solution. Even though you fought very hard for that solution, you'll feel like, oh my God, how come it's taken so long? Why isn't the universe working with me? I feel like I've been chipping away at this. But this card is very much in your camp, very much saying that there is a solution that's coming very shortly for you, okay? So hopefully you'll be able to breathe that sigh of relief very quickly.
Okay. So, yes, you want to do something else first?
I just keep tipping myself off. Is it because the universe wants Deanne to be able to star here?
I'll just put my hand in. How's that? With my beautiful nails.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, my beautiful nails. Yesterday, as you do, when, you've been cleaning your garden, you find all these Coke cans that you drink. I went to the Coke can recycle place and I got an obscene amount of money. Absolutely huge. So I thought, what am I going to do? I'm going to go and get Brody nails again. So I have very nice nails, of which I'm very happy about. So,
okay. So next we have Jay Lee, and she would like a card around her health and weight loss goals, please.
Okay, let's give them a good old shuffle for you, because I think that both parts of your question have a lot of things to it. So what this card is saying is you have a lot of messages internally. You have negative self-talk and you have positive self-talk, but you don't believe it, okay? So what this card is telling you is that it's time, if you want this new way of looking at life to work for you, is you need to be able to write it down. You need to be able to talk with the paper, is what this card is saying. It's the words have more power than you believe. So if you're telling yourself, oh shit, I'm gonna not be able to do this, and I'm just gonna go round this corner again, then that's actually what will happen with you. But this card is inviting you to change your words and to begin that by writing. Okay, I can do this. I can make a difference. I don't need to set myself humongous goals. I can just do this little bit, little bit, little bit. And the words and the writing will give you the result that you actually want. Okay? So remember to be kind to yourself. And I can say that out of 100% life experience. I am a person who's much kinder to other people than I am to myself. So that's a card that speaks to me as well. So hopefully that will help you when you start your goal setting. Okay, so, and once you fall in love with journaling, it's a lifetime habit.
So, Julie says, wow, thanks. Sharon says, I just got my cards out of the pouch and the card on top was the card you drew for me. Thanks, Carol, with the love heart.
Oh.
Will said, love and light. Love your work, ladies. Love and light to Brad. Absolutely, Colette.
Yeah.
Joanna from the Philippines said, yes, ma'am, and thank you very much.
Oh, bless. We'd like to know when the baby comes, what flavour baby, and how everything went.
Joanna says, oh, wow, that's a blessing, but hopefully it's my sister. I'm loving all the love and light for Brad. It must have been too much for him.
Bless.
Love and lighted him
Brad
out.
has gone with love and light.
You gotta love that. Marissa says you have beautiful nails.
Thank you. Like, see, sparkly. I like it sparkle. And I got a new girl in the nails, and I was like, because they've gotten really busy where we'd chosen to go, and there was a new girl, and I did the whole, but she was 100% absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I'm very happy.
I think there was a message from Marissa saying, just a note, lovelies, I got a message for readings. They seem to find us on Messenger. Please beware. So maybe it's a good time to tell people where they can get authentic from you readings.
Yes. If there are people out there that would actually like a real reading from me personally, not from Messenger. I'm definitely not in Messenger, but I have very much so revamped the Spirit and Mind Tools website. So if you wanted to purchase a reading in a variety of different formats, they're there. You can ask one question and I can have a look at all of the energy that's around you, or you can book in a session for an hour, or at the lovely Samantha's last week gave us an idea to have a party. So you can actually book me to come to your place over the internet. And yeah, I can give you readings to, yeah, you and your friends. So yeah, you can only find that on the website, definitely not in Messenger. And that's spiritmindtools.com.au. So yes. Who do we have next?
Next we have the lovely Marissa, which is what prompted me to read her message. She would like a card for her daughter Caroline.
Yep.
And would like to know what is the next week going to bring.
Okay. So, for Caroline, ooh, is she on a plane? Is she going somewhere? Well, I suppose it would have to be somewhere in the state, wouldn't it? Because we're still in that world that we live in. So this is the card for your daughter, okay? And this is the card that I'm getting a real travel energy, okay? I don't know whether she's going to go somewhere for a week or 2 weeks. It doesn't feel like I'm moving away permanently kind of travel, but the cards are also saying that she's coming into some of her life's wisdom, that she's, you know, made a few choices over the last couple of years that she hasn't been sure about. But now the wisdom that comes with those choices from the past is now able to make her feel more secure. You know, she has a sense of, yeah, okay, I can see how that didn't work out at the time, but it's actually, you know, it's playing out really well in the now, okay? So for your daughter, I feel that there's movement afoot, and quite quickly. So, and that this is movement that is very beneficial, okay? So in regard to for you, for your next week, you've drawn the card. This is one of my favorite cards because it's kind of peaceful. And what this is saying is that you have not had your quiet reflective space that you require to function. It's almost like you've forgotten to eat your quiet time. You've forgotten to have that peace and that ability not just to meditate, but to also spend time with yourself. It's, you know, a card that tells me you've spent too much of the last week with other people, helping them out, doing their stuff, and you haven't actually had the time that you need, and you need this all the time. It's not just a now thing. So this card is saying, you got some quality you time that needs to be had. So make the most of it, my darling. You will regenerate. Okay?
So yes, her daughter is away at the moment. She had to get away to heal.
Oh, bless. There's some fantastic places that you can go away to heal. So if you would like, I'm certainly happy to put her name on the healing list. And that while she's away, give that extra little spiritual boost from the powers that wander the universe and help her get where she wants to go.
Okay, so next up we have the lovely Kimberly that would like a card.
Okay, the lovely Kimberly. Let's have a look. Oh, well, this is the card that you wanted. Okay. This is the card of, it's like a sense of beginning again. It's a sense of renewal. It's a sense of decluttering. It's almost like what this card is telling me is you've dumped something or someone, and that is the most important thing for you to be able to move forward. I don't know who this someone or something is. I'm not clearly getting an indication from my messages, but what this card is saying is, wow, thank you. Yes, there's a sense of renewal. There's a sense of, oh my God, I can get it right this time. I can actually do what I want to do, because with the cleansing comes a sense of purpose, okay? So I think that this is a wonderful card. It does come with quite a bit of work sometimes, which not so fun sometimes, but what this card is inviting you to do is just knuckle down and say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this for me, and this is what I want to do. Okay? So absolutely think that that's a power card. Know that you will be supported in your journey to make changes.
Okay, so next we have Helen, who would like you to draw a card for her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do love that. And yes, I know, I should be on the other stuff, but I'm not.
You could be, not should be.
I know. Such an incredibly powerful word, the word should. So you'll have to remind me again, because my mind just wandered. Whom am I asking for?
Helen.
Helen. So, Helen wants half the deck. Okay, so that means Helen has a busy life, but I would just stick with the 2, okay? This is the card of action. This is the card of, oh my God, I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing or where I am, you know, going right at this moment. But this is the card that tells you that the universe is not slowing down for you, that you might need to book in to take a breath, because it's like, holy shit, what? More. And the universe is just pounding. And so the other card that you drew is the sense of closing off. It's like the circles that all of that busy energy are creating for you. There are some of them that needs to be closed off. You've got things in your life you no longer need, whether that be like actual physical things, clean your wardrobe out, or whether it's only just about finishing jobs. If you're anything like me, you're a really good starter. And obviously I sat on this deck of cards for 30 years. So I really do understand the whole maybe not finishing things. But this card is the finish it off, okay? I'm a bit of a believer in lists. So, you know, if that works for you, maybe try something as a tool or a strategy that will help you finish off some of the jobs. Okay? So,
all right, so we also have our little stalker Angel back like this week.
Hello, Angel.
So we might need to send her some love and light.
Oh.
Thanks for dropping in.
Don't we just love an angel that pops in? I tell you, I've truly been blessed. Then, you know, that, well, for as long as I can remember, I have an ability to speak to dead people. It's just there. It's not like anything surprising. I don't perhaps value it as, you know, another person might. And when Angel popped in last week, I thought, bless you, you have got so many dead people around you that you just not getting the messages, and maybe that's why you're attracted to dropping into groups like this. So I'll just send you love and light and hope that, you know, you can take all your dead people with you. Thank you. That's okay. Don't mind if you leave 1 or 2, but you can take the rest with you. Okay? So, yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. Next we have Ruth, and it's her first time here. So welcome, Ruth.
Hello, Ruth. I'm really a down-to-earth kind of girl. I tend to give all of the message, whatever spirit gives, whatever the cards give, and know that you're the person that actually governs which card is drawn. So it's, what I'm saying is, you don't need to be totally scared of me or what the cards give, because you're the one that decides, because I ask you for your permission to shuffle the cards and then to draw the one that will give you the most power in the message, okay?
She did have a question, so...
So I'm going to give you this card first before I look at your questions. Now, this is my card of repair, okay? What this tells me is that you are learning to have activities, people, places, and things in your life that soothe you. I actually get a sense of distress from your past, a sense of, actually, you know what, that wasn't so fun, that wasn't so, I have hurts that have yet to be healed. But what this card is saying is that right now you are just learning different strategies that will help soothe and help you in moving forward in your own personal healing journey. Okay, so now I'm happy to look at your question and ask a card for that.
Well, it might have even answered her question, who knows, but she was looking for her current relationship and her boyfriend, whose name is Shane.
Okay, let's have a look at Shane's energy. I'm definitely getting that the cards are saying to me that there is a need for both of you, and I'm not judging like who's right, who's wrong or whatever, but what this card is saying is there's a need for a sit down and work out what really works for both of you. There's a sense of disorder in the relationship. You could be perfectly well suited to each other, but right now you're talking a different language. You're not on the same page, and you're not able to say, well, hang on a minute, this is what, I want. This card tells me that the relationship is not broken. This card tells me that the relationship needs some healing time, whether that be together or apart. You have to decide what works for you. And the card is telling you that decisions will be made and they will come cleanly and quickly to you, okay? That you've had a sense of judgment around you. I don't know whether other people want you to have your relationship in a different way, but no, this card is telling you that you make the decisions. You decide what works for you within the relationship. So I believe that both you and Shane are feeling the same. It's almost like, hey, hang on a minute, I've been boxed in within this, and I don't feel that you're boxing him in, and I'm not sure that he's boxing you in, but the sense is definitely there. It's like, whoa, hang on a minute, let's take a step back, and you will decide what you want, but the cards are definitely telling me there's a lot of other people with their 5 cents worth in regard to your relationship. It's like, hang on a minute, they're not in it, they don't get it. So yeah, maybe nice little quiet time would enable you to make the decisions and move forward, because I drew another card for you, and it's the card of family. And this can be like quite a difficult card when they're not supportive, okay? So if your family are supportive, then great, that's where your answer is, that's where your peace is. But if you think, okay, my family's not that kind of family that's given me the kind of support I need at the moment, then what this card would invite you to do is to look around your circle and see the people that support you, see the people that are on your team, and actually get the support from them, okay? Because family has nothing to do with biologically related to you. Oh, it does have something to do with it, but spiritually, you can pick a family of choice, okay? That's why we have friends. I mean, I have a friend that, is in the room, and she's like, I don't know, she's such a strong woman, because here I am 25 plus years later, and she's still talking to me, so it is not from my attributes, I assure you.
I don't know about that, but just while we're on Ruth says, very true and so on point, and yes, my family isn't supportive. So appreciated. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Tanya says that it's a beautiful deck. She said, what a beautiful deck.
Oh, bless. Thank you, Tanya.
And Kimberly said, we just started our own business, so this is 100% spot on.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
Gotta love it. You're nearly always 100% spot on. Sometimes 99%, but, we'll just have to cope with that 1%.
I had a situation, was it last week? I don't know, but I'm still holding it dear to my heart, because I am truly blessed. I have a skill that is natural. I have a skill that I learned from my mother, who was an internationally reclaimed clairvoyant. And from day dot, I always remember my mum doing readings. And so I do not value the skill as maybe some other person would. And I have a little Etsy store, that I offer readings in. And I got this person, and she didn't want to hear what I said to her. And I'm like, oh my God, I got it wrong. I can't do that anymore. I'll never be able to do that again. But thankfully, I sorted it. And I'm here tonight. So thank you for your lovely feedback. It does confirm to me that I'm doing what Spirit wants me to.
Okay, so the lovely Carolyn is next. She would love a card, please.
Oh, Carolyn. Definitely, most definitely. So, woohoo! I like this card. It has a lovely feel. This is the card of money choices, okay? So this is the card of emotional success. This is the card of just bloody getting it right. And this is, it's almost like an energy that you cannot manufacture. It's a gift. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is right now, you need to use this energy. You need to be brave. You need to be making those decisions that, hang on a minute, I was just, I want to sit on the fence with that for a while, okay? And this is the card that says, no, time to surge forward, time to move, time to make decisions. You have success. You have achievement. You have a great deal of trust in the universe, and your prosperity doesn't have to be, I've just won a lotto, or somebody's just, given me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Prosperity can be about the quality of the people in your world, the amount of satisfaction that you get in your world. And yeah, sure, we live in a Western society. There's always a dose of money in there somehow. Yet you can't get your nails done unless you've got a bit of cash. So the sense of prosperity is like a huge boost. That is a lovely card to have, my dear. So be brave. Do what you really want to. The cards are on your side.
Okay, next we have Samantha. She would like to see your nails and would love to have a card about her love life.
Sparkle, sparkle. I'm just trying to I'll give you the finger, Samantha. I will give you that finger. It's a sparkly finger, and I think that it would be very pleasurable. Okay, love, 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 love. I like love life energy. Okie dokie, let's have a look. Well, you've drawn the same card. So, because this is in regard to your love life, what this card tells me is there's an abundance of it. But might not be the love you're kind of looking for, because this has a real busyness about it. Yeah, there's a sense of achievement, but it's almost like if you're shopping for a partner, like, somebody that's actually worthy of being at home, then maybe not, because there isn't that sense of emotional bonding. This is all about busyness. This is all about moving the energy around. It's almost like if you're a party girl, then this is the card for you at the moment. But the cards are also telling me that this has a very short shelf life for you, and that if you do want a partner, then there's a couple of things that you need to do first before that partner will come in. But your love life right now, interesting sexual energy. Maybe not partnership energy, but who's to say? Very interesting card, and certainly well worth doing. Hey, I'm an old girl, so I'm saying that. Just go out and have a good time, because that is a lovely card to have. Okay?
Okay. Oh.
So have we got a Ruth that's telling people about readings? I just got a message that flashed on my screen about Ruth.
No, Ruth said very true and so on point, and yes, my family isn't supportive. I can't see...
You've got very strong energy.
I can't see anything else. Like, Pamela said, one of the ladies that you did a reading for when you were here was telling me that everything you told her had been so spot on. She's asking when you are coming back down this way.
I do believe that I might be coming to a market, but I can't remember the date because I'm so ditzy that I have to have like a whole horde of people that organise me. My mother was, she was a busy woman. You know, not only did she have 1,000,000 children, well, she only had 8, but it was a lot of people in the family. She was also very busy professionally. And she used to do really crazy things, like in particular, and it used to horrify me because, you know, I was about 10 when I first remember her doing it. Because she was very English and the cup of tea had to be made in a pot, had to be made a certain way. So she'd make a pot of tea and then she'd stick it in the fridge. And then 2 minutes later, she'd be like, where's the pot of tea? I need a cup of tea. Blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm never going to be like that. But you know what? My energy scatters just as easily as my mother's did. And sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, is it at my hair? Is it my teeth? Is it my keys? Is it my purse? I don't know where they are. So, yeah, I'm kind of a bit more like my mother than I actually ever expected I'd be. Bit scary.
So, Carolyn says, thank you, makes sense, love your nails too.
Thank you.
And next up, we have the lovely Bobby who would like a card.
Okay, the lovely Bobby, you have a change in your energy, okay? What this is telling me is there's a power imbalance in your life over the last few weeks and that there is not a sense of harmony. But what this card is offering you is the opportunity to know that that cycle of disharmony, of unhappiness, of not being sure is very nearly finished, okay? Because this is about like, it's almost like if you were a season, we're finally getting rid of winter and getting into spring, okay? But this card is very emotional and this card is very much about, oh shit, something's changing again and I'm not bloody sure about it and I'm not really even wanting to embrace it in any way. But what this card is telling you is that there is harmony in this change and that if you are able to allow a sense of acceptance to come around this, because this change is really positive and the pressure that's been around you over the last couple of months, this card changes that. And there is a sense of completion in there, which is, it's really important for your mental health as well as your, you know, everything else that you're doing, because this card of change has a lot of comfort with it, okay? So you're going to have a change that is very rewarding for you. Hopefully it's soon. These cards aren't like, they were never designed to be like, oh, 10 years time. When they were designed, it was very much about how much, how quick, deal with it in the next few weeks. As Pamela just said from that lady that I saw recently. So yeah, you will be supported. Okay.
Okay, so next up we have the lovely Tanya would like a card, please.
I love lovely people.
Everyone's lovely.
I know. When I was in my 20s, I had what would be politely deemed these days an anger management problem. And I love the fact that now people are lovely. Because back then I could be vicious. So, yeah. The way of the universe, it deals you lessons that sometimes you're not prepared to have. And, yeah. I can think of one lesson that I was dealt that was horrific, very traumatic at the time. I was in my late 20s and I had a stillborn son. He went to heaven on the day he was born. And I'm like 30 years has passed and I'm always thankful because I actually became a nicer person. I was so driven and so horrid previous to that yeah, the universe dealt me a lesson the size of New York. But I'm very thankful I actually got it. I'm not saying that I'm always a nice person, but I'm a lot nicer than I used to be. So let's get back to Tanya's busy world.
Before we get to Tanya, just like, I think it's like, she says our nails match except I didn't get the bling thing. And
get some bling.
Bobby said, oh my God, I love you. So what I needed to hear.
Oh, bless.
Fantastic. So yes, lovely Tanya. Let's get
the lovely,
into
lovely
her.
Tanya. let's have a look for you, my lovely. Okay, so we've got a bit of a recurring theme tonight. Okay, not only people aren't getting one card, they're getting more. So the first card you've got is the card of your house. Okay, now I'm not actually getting a totally positive vibe about this. I feel that something within your house needs to be renovated and changed, and that I don't know whether you're holding back because it's a financial decision, or whether you're holding back because physically it's just not something that you want to do at the moment, because I'm getting the sense of, oh, it's actually a lot of bloody hard work, and it's a lot of, oh, Jesus Christ, that really hurts me. But this is like a short-term thing that needs a solution straight away. And this is telling me that something in your house needs to be checked, double-checked, and then fixed, okay? So hopefully you know what that is, and you can take action straight away. But the other card that you picked up is the card of awareness, okay? And what this tells me is that you have a very strong intuition, and you have a very good sense of what it is that makes you happy. But this card is also saying that at the moment you're not doing either of those things. You have to be able to say, okay, not on my page, doesn't work for me, okay? Because with the awareness, you need it to be simple. Okay, you need to be able to go, well, okay, I'm actually not working towards what I want to work towards right at this moment, but what this card is telling me, by next February, you will actually feel like you are in control and you've made changes that are actually paying off, okay? So what the cards are telling me for you, Tanya, is absolutely need some friendly support over the next couple of months, because there is so much work in your world, okay? If I was capable, I'd send a few little fairies to help you, but they haven't been on the job lately. So
just wanting to be with the packing is daunting.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
We don't like packing. Okay, so we have hopefully Renee. Hopefully I've said that correct. She's
Hello,
new
Renee.
to your Friday Night Live.
Hello.
And she would like to have a card around home and relocation in the next year, because she's dealing with a very nasty neighbour at the moment.
And, this is the card that fell out of the pack for you. This is the card of, oh my God, this is the card of what? So what this card is telling me is that you have been avoiding dealing with the issues that this neighbour brings you, okay? What this is saying is, sometimes a little inaction is the only action that you can take. But this card is telling you now that the avoidance is going to stop. The fear is going to stop. You will get the respect that you have been trying to create, and that this longing for a different home, it's almost like, oh, I need everything. Everything changes. So this is the card that rules you, but this is the card that I drew for you. It's the card of honesty. It's the card of awareness. It's actually popped out a couple of times tonight, so it's obviously been very, very busy. And what this tells me is that, coupled with your horrid neighbour card that fell out before I drew a card for you, it's like this will rule it. This will be overarching, okay? So in your honesty is what will settle the energy with the neighbour, okay? What will allow you to move forward, okay? So I'm getting a number 4 and a number 7, so I don't know whether they're your house numbers or whether they're, very important dates in being able to settle the energy around it. But I feel as though it is this year, not next year, that you have a sense of relief and a sense of, oh my, thank God, it's finally, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So, yeah, I'll certainly, if you'd like, add your house to my healing list so that it can, have some bursts of energy. But, yeah, just, I won't add your house to the list unless you give me permission. So, yeah. And give yourself credit for, oh my God, you put up with some shit lately. So, yeah. You don't need it in your world. We'll have it be gone.
Okay, so the lovely Claire is up next, but just before that, Renee has just responded. So she said, absolutely spot on. I've been avoiding confrontation like the plague. She sounds like me. The neighbour's place is number 7. Oh, that's a huge relief. Thank you so much. I would love my house added to yearling, please. Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And, only you can decide when the time is right, but the cards were very clear. Very clear in their support for you. Okay. So you'll need to, because my brain's wandered again, please remind me who this next card will be for.
The next card is going to be for the lovely Claire. She's also new to your Friday Night Live and would like a card.
Wow, how exciting. So I don't know whether it's my my attraction this week, but you also have drawn 2 cards. And these cards are like children to me. I've been, hanging on to them for 30 years, and I've allowed them to come out in the world this year. And you're not supposed to have a favourite child, but I have a favourite card, and this is it. And you have drawn it. What this is the card of intent and purpose. And what this is like a spiritual icing on the cake. This is like oh my God, I got that right. I actually am doing something that really works for me. Now, I feel that this is in your very near future, because what fell out before this card is the card of nature, okay? The card of wide outside spaces, the ability to feel at one with plants and Mother Nature and animals, okay? So for some reason, what this card is telling me is that you're leaving something behind. I don't know whether it's something that you didn't have a choice to leave behind, because there is a certain sadness in that. But what this card is giving you is the sense of acceptance, that energy, that spirit that has moved from your world is coming in a different format, and that you are able to engage in this energetic exchange in a much more powerful way. This is a card of like an apprenticeship. Like, oh my God, you finished your learning and you're about to get out there in the wide world and unleash your power onto others. Great card. Absolutely great card. So hopefully that's answered your question and given you another couple to ponder over as well. Okay?
Thank you, Dave. Next, Samantha, they're partying in Northbridge this week.
Oh, I know what you'll be doing. Woohoo! Woohoo!
She would like a card for her friend Kate.
Okay. That's really quite funny. So what does the card come out? The card of friends, okay? The card of family, the card of tribe. So what this tells me is that your friend Kate has some, not an unresolved issue, but she has something she's not quite sorted within her own family, okay? I don't feel as though this is major. This is not about a big breakup. This is not about, oh my God, I need to renovate the house and, knock everything down. What I'm getting is that Kate is a very energetic person, in that she's quite emphatic and she feels other people's emotions. And what this card is saying is that you need to clean that energy out, and you need to be able to put other people's emotional drainage away from you, okay, so that you can move forward. Because this is the card of, of spirit, of being able to talk to people who are past. And this is the card that tells me that if you're not comfortable with this skill, it can be really draining, okay? But it's also a wonderful card to have if you're looking at expanding your skills. So, yeah, that's the card for you.
Well, I know we're getting really close to the end of our time, so the last 2 people on our list that I've responded to, you guys are in for tonight, so fantastic. If you felt like you missed out tonight, then
please come early next week.
Come early. So Christine is our second last tonight.
Christine, beautiful name. Beautiful name. So, did Christine ask a particular question,
no,
or she was
not.
just trusting the universe to be able to? So you have got the process of time. So what this card tells you is that you are a very internal person. You have 100 different million layers inside you that you don't often let out, okay? But this card is telling you that you are going to have the opportunity to be able to be open and raw and honest with somebody quite unexpected, and that somebody will honor your time and space, and they will give you a sense of completion over an issue that you have been chewing over internally, okay? Now, this could be a really quite a long-term issue that, you know, hasn't just found a solution, but what this card is offering you is a sense of relief, okay? That the time is now right for you to be able to put a small segment of something that's been upsetting, annoying, chewing, just not settled in your world. But this card is saying that the time is right now, and that you will have the opportunity very soon, within the next, well, maybe a few hours, but certainly a couple of weeks. And you'll have the opportunity to be able to look at it a different way and think, okay, right, I can make a difference with that. Okay? So thank you. Please pop in again. We're really very happy to see you.
Christine said, thank you very much.
Very welcome.
And our lucky last for the night is Sally. And Sally would like to know if she is going to find a house.
Okay, I love the name Sally, I must admit. Has a lot of different ways to say it, but it's definitely one of my favourites. So let's clear the energy of this pack and ask, where is Sally's house? Okay. So, this is the card of kind of like old school. This is the card of artist, creative energy, different colours. So what this tells me in regard to your house, Sally, is that when you first look at it, you are going to go, holy shit, no thank you. Absolutely, that needs changing, that needs changing, that needs changing, and that needs changing. But it's also telling me quite clearly that this is a very, very happy home for you, and that you will do all of those hundreds of jobs, okay? And what I'm asking the card for a time frame, and I think that you will know this house by the 20th of January, okay? It sounds like a long way away, but it's not, and this will come through you through non-traditional means. I don't mean that you'll be looking on the internet and see the house. It might be something you drive or walk past and go, oh, okay, I'll have a look at that. Because this card offers you an alternative. It's very, very original, very different, bit quirky, bit, strange maybe, but all very, very doable, because you have an unleashed energy in regard to colour. Like, I see you as someone whose aura is totally bright, and that there are quite a few days where you try to tone it down, and don't let your universal creative energy, okay? So, yeah, that's the last card for our Friday night, but I really was very blessed to see lots of new people here tonight, and we're going to be here next Friday night with the same format. And if you would like to, you're most welcome to get in early, because I've really really have a good time. I really appreciate you popping in and for me to be able to ask the deck of cards, the Southern Cross Oracle cards, what's in store for you. Okay, thank you very much. Blessings.
Can you wait a second?
I'm waiting a second. Is that like a millisecond or
It's
a long
like-
second?
it's like
a universal
It's,
second?
it's like a minute second.
A minute second. Oh, gee, can I talk? Oh, I'm a really, really good talker. You'd never believe it, but when I was a child, I was actually quite quiet. And I have a standard joke with my siblings that I'm the quiet one. It's not true, of course, but, you know, like a joke. It's not really based in too much reality. But, yeah, I do have a great capacity to chat. So I just saw a message skim my eye that Pamela's doing the relay for Ruth. Good woman. Good woman. I will certainly wish you luck. I'll send a couple of spirit people there to help you along with it. I reckon that would be quite hard.
Thank you so much.
You're
Susan.
very welcome. Very welcome. Do I have permission now?
Yeah, Sally says
Thanks.
yes, she's creative. But yes, you do. Thank you. I was just halfway through a comment, and
Yeah.
if you switch off, I can't finish it.
Thanks. The boss says I can go. I'd love to see you next week. Okay. Thank you. Take care.